Hello and welcome to Mwg Research. This is actually the introductory video for Mwg Research where you get to find out what it's all about. Now my name's Amy Sanders and I've been researching the relationship that exists here in Wales between the third sector and Welsh Government, and I've been particularly interested in how equalities organisations engaged within that relationship. These series of videos are my chance to share some of the findings from my research directly with practitioners. So my hope is that in the time that it takes you to take a break from your day-to-day work, go grab yourselves a cup of tea or coffee, that you can really absorb all one particular aspect of my research. And I will always be clear about which aspect of my research I'm going to be discussing at the start of the video so you can decide whether or not it's useful for you. Now, I'd always assumed that when I was planning my research that I'd use participative seminars because I have a background in participative education for professionals and community members in order to share my findings. However, given the pandemic age that we're in, I've done some thinking about the ethics of making additional demands on policy actors when their work has already increased significantly as a result of the pandemic. So I decided that it wasn't fair to make those extra demands, and the point about these videos is that the only mug that needs to turn up on screen is mine, or in fact me, depending on which way you look at it, and that for you, you get to sit back and take a breather from the additional strains and extra work that you're currently doing to really invest in yourselves, because I think a little bit of investment might be important during a pandemic age. Okay, so I have a background in working in the third sector, and so it's always been quite important for me during the course of my research that I really thought about how this was going to impact on the third sector itself, or those that work with it. Okay, let me give you a little background on the partnership that I've been studying. So this partnership itself is written into legislation. It's a partnership directly between the third sector and Welsh Government, and it's written into the legislation of the Government of Wales Acts, both 1998 and 2006. Now, the nature of the partnership is that it's managed for Welsh Government by the national body for the third sector here in Wales, which is called the Wales Council for Voluntary Action, or WCVA for short. And there are three elements to the partnership. To begin with, there are 25 thematic networks of third sector organisations, and from those there are 25 representatives that are drawn to sit on the partnership. Now they can attend the formal partnership, which is called the Third Sector Partnership Council, which has regular biannual meetings, and the Third Sector Partnership Council is often called the TSPC. But in addition to that, those 25 representatives can also participate in a whole series of ministerial meetings with each of the different ministers within Welsh Government. So it covers each of their different portfolios, and the third sector can bring up issues that are relevant to those. Now, that gives you a little picture of the nature of the partnership, but of course I was interested in how equalities organisations engaged with that partnership. So I'm going to be sharing my findings of this relationship between the third sector and Welsh Government, particularly for equalities organisations, over the course of these videos. But for now, what I recommend is that you go and grab yourselves a cuppa, and I will see you in the day one of Mwg Research. Thanks very much.